Swans are large waterfowl that belong to the family Anatidae, which also includes ducks and geese. Here are some basic facts and information about pelicans. There are 7 species of swans, including the mute swan, trumpeter swan, tundra swan, whooper swan, and others. Swans are found on every continent except Antarctica, with the largest populations in North America and Eurasia. Swans are known for their graceful appearance and long necks. They have a distinctive, elongated S-shaped neck, which they use for feeding and graceful movements on water. Their plumage is usually white, though some species have patches of black or gray. Cygnets, young swans, have gray or brown feathers, which turn white as they mature. Swans inhabit a variety of aquatic habitats, including lakes, rivers, marshes, and coastal estuaries. They prefer shallow water bodies with ample vegetation for feeding. Swans are primarily herbivorous, feeding on aquatic plants, grasses, and algae. They also consume small aquatic insects and larvae. Swans are often seen grazing on grass in addition to their aquatic diet. Swans are known for their monogamous mating behavior, forming long-term pair bonds. They are also highly territorial during the breeding season, aggressively defending their nesting sites and young. Swans are usually seen in small family groups or pairs, although they may gather in larger flocks during migration or wintering periods. Some species of swans are migratory, traveling long distances between their breeding and wintering grounds. Tundra swans, for example, migrate thousands of miles between their Arctic breeding grounds and wintering areas in the southern United States. While some species of swans, like the mute swan, are abundant and widespread, others are considered threatened or vulnerable. Habitat loss, pollution, and hunting have contributed to declines in swan populations in certain regions. Conservation efforts, including habitat protection and management, are being implemented to help protect these iconic birds. Swans have been featured prominently in folklore, mythology, and art throughout history. They are often associated with grace, beauty, and love in various cultures. In literature, swans are sometimes depicted as symbols of transformation or purity. Mute swans, native to Eurasia, have been domesticated in some regions for ornamental purposes. They are often kept in parks and gardens for their aesthetic appeal. Swans are known for their long lifespan, with some species living up to 20 to 30 years or even more in the wild. In captivity, they can live even longer, with recorded lifespans exceeding 40 years. Despite their large size and relatively heavy bodies, swans are powerful flyers. They have strong, broad wings that enable them to fly long distances at impressive speeds. Swans often migrate in V-shaped formations, taking advantage of aerodynamic benefits and conserving energy during flight. Swans are not entirely mute, contrary to their name. While they are generally quiet birds, they can produce a variety of vocalizations. These include soft cooing sounds, trumpeting calls, hissing, and even grunting noises, especially during aggressive encounters or to communicate with their mate and offspring. Swans construct large, bulky nests made of plant materials, grasses, and reeds. These nests are often located near water bodies, on floating vegetation, or in secluded areas along the shoreline. Both male and female swans participate in nest building, with the female primarily responsible for incubating the eggs. Female swans typically lay 4 to 8 eggs in a clutch, with the number varying by species. The eggs are usually laid at intervals, with each egg taking about 1 to 2 days to lay. Once the clutch is complete, the female begins incubating the eggs, which takes around 35 to 42 days, depending on the species. Swans exhibit strong familial bonds, with parents actively involved in raising and caring for their offspring. Both parents participate in incubating the eggs and caring for the cygnets after hatching. Young swans stay with their parents for several months, learning essential skills and behaviors before eventually becoming independent. Despite their graceful appearance, swans face various threats in the wild, including habitat destruction, pollution, collisions with boats, and predation by animals like foxes and large birds of prey. These facts provide a glimpse into the fascinating world of swans, highlighting their importance in ecosystems and cultural significance around the globe.